Big news today, we just picked up the 2-stage Munster pump adapter kit. As you see, we just got a single pump going on. This is the unit getting the 2-stage. So we got the Seadoo 260 supercharged RXP under the hood here. We got the goodies here. Got the Munster kit adapter plate right here, key part, extension kind of drive shaft, and some extension nuts and bolts. And then we got 2 impellers and then 2 other wearings. And also just got this pump housing from eBay today, and we're gonna get going. We're just gonna take off this guy, throw this in the freezer so we can take out the wear rings super easy. So this guy's gonna get a new wear ring and impeller. And I'm just gonna take the nozzle off and throw it in the freezer. Alrighty, this is going in the freezer. Into the freezer they go. Just diving into the kind of the order and the setup, and then figure out which impeller goes first, wear ring, and yeah, deal with all these O-rings and kind of spacers and whatnot. Should be simple enough. Got a drawing here. Okay, so I just pressed the bearing and shaft, kind of jack shaft, whatever you want to call that. Pump housing number 1. I just put the socket over top and use the press over there. Didn't film that, I'll do it next time. Should say this isn't a perfect step-by-step installation video because I've already missed filming some steps, and like there's a lot going on. I was just kind of showing the basis of what's going on. And so we got the first pump housing apart, the bearings and the shaft, and now we're gonna do the swap. Put the bearings on this guy, put all the C-clip O-rings, everything, and then put it back in there. We'll see how that goes. I got the main pump bearing pressed onto the shaft that Munster makes, and we just tighten this kind of caption nut down to hold the pump bearing on, I guess. So now that's going to go in there, and that should be the last of the bearing and presses. All right, so we had a bit of a misstep here. I got this and I got this. So 2 slightly different housings, but this one has to be on the first stage. And so you extend it out so it's pulling water from the second stage, which I had backwards. So I'm gonna take everything apart and repress this shaft into that one, and then vice versa. Finally, after I had this swap, this shaft and this shaft, and in the process I ruined a seal, so I had to drive an hour each way to go grab a seal. And yeah, we're back to where we were. Just gotta put this guy on there, and same with that, it's gonna go in there, and then I can assemble. It's time to throw the wear rings in. I got one here, a smaller one going in the second stage, and the 150 mil in the freezer waiting to go in the first stage. Okay, we're almost there. Just gotta put the impellers in.
Hey guys, let's say 100 foot-pounds on that?
Yeah. Another reverse thread, a Munster part here. Impeller number 2 going in into the 155 wear ring.
Yeah. God, what's going on here?
2-stage, bolts in, ready to go on to the Jetstream 12-footer Buccaneer. This is where it's gonna live. Should stick out to just the end of this ride plate that we built. hooking up the stock Seadoo nozzle that we got. Centering the steering wheel. And that's the final product. Doesn't stick out too far, perfect length for the plate we built. And we got it fastened in with these extension bolts, and they got 2 nuts on them, one to go on the second housing and then another nut going behind the first housing, kind of locks it in. So Munster's kind enough to make these gate and steering cable extension pieces. Set it off for the right length and you're good to go. Gonna be able to pump some gravel. And apparently we are gonna lose a little bit of top end speed. Should be way less cavitation in the whitewater and less slippage out of the hole and less cavitation when you're turning with this. Creates a way better vacuum with the 2 pumps, 2 impellers, and yeah, can't wait to put it to the test. So I just got to the boat launch, just waiting for my dad to show up with the boat, and we're gonna test out the 2-stage.